Well, well, well. Investor bros, scalpers, bots, you've been warned. Let's get into the video. Do you remember when opening Pokemon packs was for the thrill of the hunt? Ripping, opening packs, trading on the playground, enjoying the art, finally getting that last page in your binder, that pure joy feeling? It's a little distant now, eh? Now it's replaced by refreshing auction websites, getting scammed on Whatnot, watching prices soar to the stratosphere, and feeling like you're not just competing with other fans, but with basically Wall Street investor bros. Online auctions were supposed to democratize the hobby, making any card available to anyone, anywhere. But have they accidentally created a monster? A high stakes global market that's pricing the literal soul out of this hobby. Today we're digging into the hype, the data, and sadly the hard numbers to answer the big question. Are online Pokemon auctions ruining the hobby? Let's be real. At first, online websites for Pokemon cards broke down that wall, letting you get stuff from anywhere in the world, all at your fingertips. A collector in a small town could all of a sudden buy promos straight from Tokyo. That super rare Japanese exclusive from 2002. Type it right in on eBay. At your house in a week. It swung the door wide open and allowed new people to easily start collecting what they wanted. But has this turned into a double-edged sword? By creating one giant global marketplace, these websites lit the fuse on a high-stakes feeding frenzy. The same tools that let a regular fan find rare cards opened it up to wealthy investors and let them see it as a brand new, unregulated stock market of sorts. And when that kind of money shows up, the entire game changes. The most obvious side effect is insane market inflation. And I'm not talking about a steady, healthy growth in the market. We're talking about overnight spikes in ultra modern, in print cards, almost impossible to find. We've seen sealed booster box sales be like going through a battlefield at this point. And this has created a civil war in this community. The pure collector versus the profit-driven scalpers. And for every person who's just here wanting to complete a set because they like the art, there's other people buying out the entire market and holding it for 5 years because they think they can make a quick buck. It's left countless real fans frustrated and honestly like they're getting priced out of the hobby that we all have enjoyed. And if you think I'm exaggerating, just look at the numbers. This isn't a feeling. It is a documented phenomenon. Just look at TCG Player. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the modern monster, the alternate art Umbreon VMAX from Evo Skies. And with that price, you would think this card's from the 90s, super rare, and it's literally just from 2021. And its price range started at $1,600 and it's fluctuating right now from $800 to $1,000. The insane demand, followed by the influencer hype, has turned pulling this card from a $20-ish pack into basically hitting the lottery. And this is the sad new reality for almost every chase card that's coming out these days. And don't get me started on vintage. The first edition Shadowless Charizard, that holy grail, famously sold for roughly $5 million on the private market, while recent auction sales of the PSA 10s of it have sold for around $350,000, still the price of an entire house. Even more obtainable cards have gotten wild. The Latios GX from Team Up, a set from literally 6 years ago, now sells for $1,400 to $1,800. And these prices are fueled by bidding wars and the fear of missing out. FOMO. It's the most powerful thing manipulating this market. And this hype gets cranked up to 100 with the influencer hype. Massive unboxing streams has turned opening packs into a blood sport, signaling to millions that there's money to be had in this hobby. And that brings out the sharks, the scalpers. They weaponize bots to wipe out online stock in seconds. And they're the reason shelves are empty after 5 minutes of a restock. The product vanishes from retail only to appear on an online website for double MSRP. And it's a vicious cycle where the secondary marketplace has made it seem like it's easy money, and people think this is their jobs at this point, sadly. If you've ever seen yourself staring at a sold out screen just seconds after a restock or a product has dropped, or walked into Target and all you see is empty display boxes, empty hangers, drop a like down below so I know I'm not the only one and we're in this together. And if you want more deep dives into this crazy market, make sure to hit the subscribe button. But so are online auctions the only villain? Not necessarily. They're the arena where the battles are fought, but they aren't the only cause. The Pokemon market has become ground zero for a perfect storm of this to happen. Adults who grew up with Pokemon coming back with disposable money, and then Pokemon Go reignited the entire world's fascination for this hobby. And then the pandemic hit. People were stuck at home, often with disposable money, and collectibles skyrocketed and exploded. Second, the investor mindset took over for these scalper sneaker bros. People saw collectibles literally outperforming stocks. The trading card market is expected to be a multi-billion-dollar industry by 2030, and that attracts serious money. And these aren't collectors. These are investors sitting on product for years, constricting supply and driving up prices. And this is where the bubble talk comes from. And we've seen unsustainable growth. And that's not a hobby. That's speculation. And this is where platforms like TCG Player and eBay are pouring gasoline on the fire. Instant price transparency sounds good in theory, but it also creates a feedback loop. When a card starts to spike, everyone sees it, starts a panic, triggering a panic buying and FOMO increase that just pushes the price even higher. So while auctions aren't the only problem, they're the engine driving all of it. And after all that, it's easy to feel burnt out. It's easy to feel like this hobby is broken at this point. But it doesn't have to be. The hobby isn't dead, but it has changed, and we have to adapt with it. And starting off with rule number 1, redefining what collecting is to you. If you're constantly chasing the most hyped, most expensive card, that's not a hobby. That's investing, and you will lose. So change the rules. Collect a specific Pokemon. Find an artist you enjoy. Collect those. There's plenty of underrated cards that look amazing. Just don't fall into the FOMO and the influencer hype. Collect a binder set of just cards you think are cool. It doesn't matter what the internet thinks. When you collect for passion instead of profit, you are going to go a lot further in this hobby, and you're not going to get burnt out or literally in credit card debt like some of these scalpers. Rule number 2, make a budget and stick to it. FOMO is a marketing tool designed to make you emotionally spend all of your hard-earned money, and do not fall for it. I promise you, there will be another cool card in the future. Patience is your best friend. Wait a couple months for the hype to die down on new sets. I mean, look at all the top hits from all of Scarlet and Violet. Even the Moonbryon from Traumatic Delusions is down 50%, about $800 starting at $1,600. Look at the Surging Sparks Pikachu. And don't even get me started on Journey Together. If you say you can't find Pokemon cards for cheap, there's always JT. And finally, find your real community, the real heart of Pokemon, the joy, the art, the nostalgia. It's still there. Go check out your local LGS. I know some of them are horrible right now, but a lot of them are just trying to help you, and you'll find real collectors there too. So, back to the big question. Are online Pokemon auction sites ruining this hobby? Well, they haven't ruined it, but they definitely have fundamentally changed the hobby forever. They've given us incredibly easy access to the cards we want, but in doing so, they have created a disgusting playground for speculation, FOMO, and overhyped stuff, and alienating the big part of the player base and just the collectors that want to just do this for fun. They are a mirror reflecting a large cultural shift. Every hobby is at risk of becoming some dude's side hustle, sadly. In 2025, the simple joys of collecting is something we all have to protect. It takes discipline, patience, and a clear goal and budget of what you really want, not what the market tells you want. So I'll leave you with this. Are you a collector? Or deep down, are you really just an investor? And is it even possible to be just one anymore at this point? Let me know your answer down in the comments. I appreciate you watching. See ya.